Crap, I can't believe. Wow, did you actually get there? You got on top.
Well, I get one block. You can double click to sprint, then you can jump across. But then the next one is a bit of a trick because you have to do the same thing there. Once you're there, then you can get on top. But not that being on top means anything because there's nothing of value up top here anymore.
Wow, this is the challenge. Challenge accepted. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I see what you did. Huh.
The next one's tricky. You have to hit it at an angle.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
Huh. Challenge accepted. Huh. 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 Yay!
So, we're here now.
I just know people will be angry at us. Like, how did you not prepare for this?
Oops! Yes, we are noobs.
We are noobs. Where you at?
I'm
I've got
running
some.
around aimlessly.
Yeah, this is the biggest fail
But
in Minecraft history. Here you go. Oh, here you go.
alright, so 8 steel plates. 20 steel plates, alright. Let me get to work on an oxygen tank. You know, that thing you need to survive in space.
In space.
Yes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the thing that was missing earlier.
Oh, don't make that jump. Wow, this is kind of a downer.
Right, let's see if this works. There is still a possibility, however, that our equipment did survive.
Halfway between space and here.
Yes. Not beyond the realm of possibility.
So we just need to find that spot where we don't fall down to Earth.
Yeah. Look, it was both, in both instances, I think it was relatively close to the space station. So we just have to make sure, look around there, find the bodies, and hopefully we can get our stuff back.
But for now we need to sleep, man.
Oh yes, sleep. We are no longer invulnerable.
Yes. Oh wait, no, it's a 50%. The voting thing is on. You can continue on.
That's okay, I'll sleep.
You see? 50%.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if more than half vote, if half or more vote yes, then it's just daylight.
Yes.
Oh, that is a cool thing.
So there were something else you wanted to talk to me about, before you started ranting about South Africa.
Yes, that was last recording.
Yes. Well, it's still continuing on. By the time you see this recording, this would be about 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
4 days ago, yes.
Yes.
Crap, something's wrong here. Before we carry on with that, if you look at these vent textures, do they look right to you?
At an angle, yeah, no, they look a bit wanky.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
Update, man.
Update, yes. Right, what I was saying is, you know how, like, Facebook is monitored, or the content control done by people employed by Google to filter it, take out
And
all the bad things.
okay, just on that, I've had cases where I've seen some horrible stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
And only after it had been reported did they take it down.
Yes.
But continue.
So, but in essence, it is a people that are employed by Google to go through, let's call it the filth of humanity,
Mm-hmm.
day in, day out. This is their job. Can you think of anything quite as bad?
Well, if I think of it, the internet already came. If I think of something, chances
Yeah,
are the internet already came up with it.
yeah. So it's a scary thing if you think about it. Is that
Mm-hmm.
there are people out there that their job description filter content that is not suitable for sensitive people or in terms of Google's license agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like really the most disgusting things of humanity because people are people, right?
Yeah.
There are those that want to put things on Facebook that is shocking, unpleasant, and that will just generally upset you, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's shocking and horrible every time one of these slips through the cracks and you see it, and it does affect one negatively.
Yeah.
Now, imagine having to filter through that on a daily basis. Thousands and thousands of video, images of just the very worst humanity has to offer.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of.
That's
Uh,
scary.
it's not a good job, man.
But above and beyond that, you raised an interesting point earlier that sometimes only after it's reported does it get taken down. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because people aren't that fast. People can only do so much per second.
Yeah.
So eventually, when we start developing software,
Mm-hmm.
let's call it smart software. Software that you basically give it a criteria, say this is not acceptable and this is acceptable, and then it can then differentiate between images and videos and photos and all of that using the very complicated algorithms that are programmed into it. We're still very far away.
Yeah.
Last I heard is it's essentially AI,
Okay.
but the AI will be employed to day in day out filter through all the content to keep you and me safe, to
Mm-hmm.
keep our fragile minds intact at the expense of itself. This is all this entity, let's call it an entity, this AI entity will know. It's the very worst of humanity.
Okay.
And is that really something we want to create self-aware robots with? Reasons to destroy us as a species.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. It's scary to think that they are working on something that'll go down to the dregs of humanity,
Yeah.
and it will literally experience what humanity has to offer, the
The
worst of
very worst
humanity.
of humanity, yeah.
So if that
Your
thing somehow reaches sentience,
yeah. Become self-aware.
becomes self-aware. Oh, I wanted to fly to that other thing now. Become self-aware. We, as a race,
Are,
are fucked.
are doomed.
Are doomed.
Hmm.
Yes. Um. I mean,
So, I mean, if you think about, I mean,
but
let's
then
let's let's
then
get
then
all,
then it leaves in it. Then it leaves. If it becomes self-aware, it
yeah.
might actually start implementing stuff to stop us from. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm making bronze. This is how you make bronze. Um, if it becomes self-aware, it will find ways to try and stop us before we do things like that, right?
Yes.
So sort of like the precognition type thing,
But Minority Report.
like Minority Report, yeah. But it will be a machine deciding this. Now, if it becomes self-aware and starts like rooting out the worst of the worst humans, right? Let's say it becomes self-aware and it becomes a robot or whatever, and it
Yeah.
starts policing the earth.
Yes.
it'll probably reach a point where it says humanity is not worth it. And that is what scares me the most. It'll say humanity is not worth it, and
Pull the
it'll
plug.
start wiping us out. Yeah.
So let's go, real Skynet on this. If you think
Mhm.
about it, the internet is everywhere.
Yeah.
Right now, you want to get like super technical. Us as humanity in general have become cybernetic. We
Mhm.
store so much of ourselves online. We have phones with us, we have computers, we have everything that is hooked up to this giant entity called the internet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's make an example of this, right? Let's get
Mm-hmm.
an example of this. Look at me and my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Those things are there, and as long as the internet exists and YouTube and all that, it will be there. That's
Yep.
my digital footprint.
Yes.
And that, and I mean, at this moment of at the moment of this recording, I'm relatively unknown. I've got 35 subscribers on my channel. 600 people have seen one of my videos, and I'm unknown according to the YouTube statistics and whatever. If for the people
Yeah.
from the future, YouTube was a video site. I'm just saying, if YouTube doesn't exist in the future,
Yeah.
um, and that's my little impact. There are potentially millions of people will be able to see my videos one day. Aliens might
Yes.
come down and see my videos. That computer, if it becomes self-aware, will see my Jan Afrika videos and decide to take out that character. But it won't be able to take out that character because that character is made up. But will it be able to differentiate though? Probably not.
Well,
So, yeah.
what it will have to do is, they will have to build in certain criteria into this entity because, you know, um, it'll have to be able to differentiate between real and not real. I mean, otherwise it might start pulling a bunch of movies.
And going, that guy's really bad. Where's he at? Oh, he was the bad guy. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Let's. The
Yeah,
typecasted
let's
actors. I'm afraid for them too.
yeah. So they'll have to build in some form of mechanism to, prevent
Thing from
that sort of
happening.
thing. Yeah.
But still, it became self aware. So that if the old. We're talking about if every failsafe fails,
Yes.
then we're screwed. Oh, by the way, if you want to take something out there, you can, hey?
Something what where?
If you want to take something out.
Oh no, I'm busy compressing aluminium.
Uh,
Aluminum. Um
but continue on your story.
but yes, so if we were to now Skynet this, if this
Mm-hmm.
entity now decides, right, humanity has to die as a species for the betterment of the entire universe, it
Mm-hmm.
could literally do anything. It could mess with environmental controls. It could launch nukes if it really wanted to. And yes, I know you're going to argue that nuclear silos and stuff have got no, they are hardwire separated from anything else. They're an entity unto themselves. However,
But you know about the virus that was specifically written to attack a power plant in Iraq?
yes,
This power plant had no access to the internet.
yes,
This virus was specifically programmed to attack that thing. Again, it's probably a conspiracy theory, but this happened. The power plant went down after one of its users plugged in a USB stick. Apparently.
uh-huh. It's not. Look at it, it's a bit of a conspiracy theory at this stage. But I mean, if you think about it like this, for logically, all right,
Mm-hmm.
you have a missile silo. Most of these missile silos have dead man switches, right?
Yeah.
Which is, if a certain criteria is met, then it's gonna go off, right? Now, a dead
Yeah.
man switch could be anything from environmental monitoring outside of the nuclear silo to somebody going around every day, entering in their details and saying, we are not launching, anything that would, in the event of a nuclear war or in the event of a nuclear attack, and there's nobody to give the order anymore, would
Mm-hmm.
retaliate automatically, right?
Okay, yeah.
So let's take a look at the environmental control thing. You, as a internet-based entity, all you have to do is log into some guy's drone, take
Mm-hmm.
over, and have this drone fly into some form of automation plant, which you have already taken over, install a few modules, and fly off to the nuclear silo to go mess with the sensors. To say that there's fallout all over the place. Launch.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
So
We're
even
not
if
we're
you
not
are
condoning
hardwire
these
separated,
actions. We're not condoning these actions, just saying.
yes, and this is off the top of my head. I'm not guaranteeing it is possible, and if it is possible, please don't do it.
Please don't do it, yeah. I
I
mean, it's a
like it
shitty
though.
world we live in, but I still love this. It's our shitty world.
Yeah, I choose life.
Yeah.
So that's off the top of my head. It could be incredibly inaccurate, but I mean, if I can think of it, it's a good chance that it is possible.
Yeah.
And we have a self-aware entity that is designed with an AI that is capable of filtering real content from imaginary content, like in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like he's able to tell you that Schindler's List is not a real thing. It is a movie that was made. That there is no real Jean-Luc Picard, and that Die Hard never happened. Right?
Okay, yeah.
We'll have to put that sort of differentiation into its programming so that it knows what is real and what is not.
Yeah.
Being able to differentiate what is between what is real and what is not, and what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, and the whole censoring us as humans, it will be able to figure out all these loopholes in our defense systems and use them against us and blow us to smithereens. And it wouldn't even really necessarily have to set off nukes. There are so many things that could just go wrong that would just wipe people out. I mean,
Yeah.
the controls at a dam, for example, a big enough dam, but you let the controls slip, pressure will be too much and the wall will come down and there will be flooding.
Mm-hmm.
You mess with the controls at a nuclear power plant. There's a lot of things you can make planes
No,
fall out
no.
of the sky.
A lot of things that'll make planes, yeah. Continue
Yeah, you
from
can.
there.
I mean, if you were to mess with planes navigation, you can make them fall out of the sky. There's a lot of things that we rely on in our daily lives
Mm-hmm.
that, if they are upset, could really cause disastrous effects.
It can. I mean, yeah, it's scary to think that they're working on this. And yeah, this might be what do you call it, a conspiracy theory,
Yes.
but it is entirely possible. Um,
Look, I'm not saying that they are working on a machine specifically to filter the crap that comes from humanity, but they have been working on an AI that can distinguish photos without having text cues, or videos without textual cues. They've been working on this for ages,
I mean, yeah,
but it's just the
if you look
AI
at
doesn't exist.
if you look at Google image search,
Yeah.
you take a photo of something, you don't know what it's called, you search, you put that in Google, and it goes, oh yes, you've taken a photo of a flower. This is the species of the flower, and this is where
See,
it grows.
that's how far advanced it is already. That it's got basic recognition.
Yeah.
So it's not science fiction. I mean, we are literally a few years away from an AI that can do all of this stuff. And
Mm.
then it's just a simple matter of, well, what are we going to do with this AI? Well, yes, let's employ it to do that content filtering.